hopefully everything is actually streaming. Let me go ahead and hit start stream just in case it actually does not load how we want it to. It's actually being recorded, so that'll be good. Please tell me it's working. All right, so we're gonna hope for the best. Hopefully everything is actually connected everywhere. What's good, everybody? I'm PG. Hope everyone is having a phenomenal day. Welcome. Today is Tuesday, so as y'all know, I'm pretty much doing my days of the week, or we're going with the energy of every week, or the days of the week. So Tuesday is Mars days, and with that, we're gonna get into our business growth and our personal development. Again, as an individual, where before I got hurt, I was in the streets, you know, from vending machine business to a cleaning business to just consulting, doing CPNs, credit repair, helping individuals get into houses. So second chance housing, helping you get a car, whatever it is that you needed to get done. I was pretty much the individual that would help assist you with that. So now that I'm, you know, putting myself back out there, I'm like, shit, you know, I got to get a little bit more, I got to get a little bit more comfortable with the idea of showing up every day and going live and everything else. Like, I'm watching other creators that, you know, they're selling their products, and I'm like, shit, they're on this bitch from fucking 10 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock at night. You know, I'll see them take a break and they'll come in and they're right back at it, and I commend them for that shit. You know, me having brain damage and functional neurological disorder, and nerve damage and all the other comorbidities that I have, I don't have the capabilities to do what I used to do before I got hurt. So, you know, the things that I see individuals do now, I'm like, holy shit, that was me once upon a time. Now I gotta approach life from a different angle and a different point of view, completely different point of view, especially knowing that, you know, I'm a person that's coming from already having trauma ailments and being on the spectrum to now you have brain damage and everything else added to it. So either way, you know, life doesn't stop. I was fortunate to have a death experience, live through it. You know, when they tell you like death is promised, no, some of us fucking live, and when we come back, it's like, fuck, you just sat there and you watch your whole entire life, the whole story recap of your life, and it's like, damn, I did all that, you know. And when you, at least for some of us, at least for me, now that I'm back, it's like, bitch, everything that I didn't do, I'm doing it now. And because I had 35 years of experience doing things how everyone else either suggested or wanted, or, you know, whatever it is, I'm tested and true, bitch. This is wisdom like no fucking other, you know. And I had to say, I literally had to like put myself on that pedestal, because I'm not used to bragging on myself. I'm used to other individuals bragging on me, because again, I grew up in a Jamaican household. Certain things are it's expected. You know, it's like, what do you mean you fucking got an award at school? It's expected. You're supposed to perform. You're supposed to do these things. So there's a lot of things where me being my fucking big 30 something plus age, it was just like, what, why are you guys bragging on yourself, you know, or why are you this or why are you that? And then with me being autistic as fuck and having emotional deficit, there's a lot of social cues that I didn't understand before getting hurt. Imagine now, you feel me? So now I'm pretty much just doing what I stated I was going to do from fucking months ago. I love the fact also that TikTok is giving us the ability to repost on these days videos, because I swear to you, it's like I'm speaking to the individual that I am now, and I'm like, bitch. It's like you knew you needed the message when you needed the message type thing. And it was just like, it's crazy to see, you know, my patterns, see my trajectory and everything else. And of course, if you're an individual that's fully locked in with yourself, then you also know like, hey, this is when I have good years. This is when I have good this is when I have a bad couple of months, whatever it is. And because you're aware of those patterns, it's for you to go ahead and fix those situations before they even come into play. So trust me, after going through the experience that I've gone through and everything else that I'm still fucking going through, because every day you get triggered. Every fucking day I'm getting triggered. But like I said, I love the fact that I have a diffuse and axial injury, which is a form of brain damage, because it is helping me save my own goddamn life. I am not, and when I say that, and you know, this is where the personal development essentially would come in, because it helps me not to overspend. It helps me, you know, to if I'm in a panic, hey, stop, chill the fuck out. Think about what you're doing right now. Why is it that you're making these rash decisions? Like, what's really going on? Like, that's essentially like where, you know, my personal development is would come in now, where everything it's gonna tie in. I heard someone I keep seeing these videos where everyone's saying like, you know, everything in life is spiritual, and I'm like, shit, I could actually align with that on so many levels now, um because of my experience that I had and with everything that I've gone through. And it's just like, wow, okay, I could, you know, at first I was the individual that wouldn't agree with a statement, or I would listen to the statement, but I wouldn't be like yes or no, because again, I never experienced it. Now that I've experienced it, I could wholeheartedly say, hey, you know what, that is a topic that um that is a statement, or that is a topic that I could definitely agree with, because um I've had this lived death experience. So I could tell you, like, hey, the whole idea of above and below, and, you know, whatever happens in your personal life, it's going to transfer into your business life. It's going to transfer into all your other aspects of life that you have taken place, regardless. You know, if you feel like, hey, you're doing good or whatever it is, like, if you yourself isn't feeling good, nothing else in life is going to feel great. Trust me, take it from an individual that's been here. And when I say that, people are like, well, you know, and again, my experience also is also going to be different from your experience, because even though we might have the same or similar situations, how you handle a situation might be different from how I handle a situation. So just take all those things into mind. But legit shit, it's one of those things where me now rebuilding from the ground up, and I'm grateful that I had the experiences that I had before my death experience. So the rebuilding that I'm rebuilding now is me being the forefront of the brand, me being the face of the brand, me actually showing up as me, because again, back before I got hurt, money runs everything, you feel me? I didn't have to worry about shit. It's I have a business idea, go pay for ads, go fucking build a website, you know, run traction to it, you're gonna make money. It's the same fucking process now. When you hear people telling you about their ebooks or this, they're online, they're promoting it, they're doing the same shit that I'm doing now, except, you know, they're a little bit more seasoned, and they're a little bit more inclined to pushing whatever that they're pushing, because why? They've showed up longer than I have, in the aspect of um they're more they're more likely to speak to the screen and not be like, damn, compared to me, who this is now me stepping into this role of, oh shit, I'm actually going to be speaking to the screen. And, you know, the right individuals are going to come in, the right people are going to be able to get what they need from the lives, and we're going to be good to go. So that's literally how I started looking at everything when it comes to just having the above and the below. And when the person stated, like, you know, everything is spiritual, and it's just like, yeah, fuck right, everything is spiritual when you really break it down in those aspects. So I'm gonna jump on in, and our conversation for today, let's go over the trade lines really quick. So trade lines are awesome tools. What are trade lines? Again, if you guys have been reaching out to me for uh anything in reference to CPs, trade lines, credit, there's a playlist on my TikTok page or on YouTube. There's the same videos that are on YouTube or on TikTok. So you can check out the YouTube or TikTok, either one. And I want to say there's either 2 or 3 playlists. There's probably a couple of playlists, but look for the ones I say, like credit or credit pro or anything in reference to credit. It is going to have that information that you're looking for. It's going to have the information that you're looking for in reference to the questions that you guys are asking. I promise you, I'm pretty detailed when it comes to the information that I provide, being to the fact that these are questions that a lot of individual will continually ask. So there's a Q&A sheet for that. So a trade line is pretty much what is going to be able to give you a credit score. Let's say you have bad credit, or you have no credit, or you're repairing your credit, or you're repairing your you know, your profile. Whatever it is, a trade line is what gives you uh credibility. Okay, so it's basically, for example, let's say I have a trade line that is $20,000, and I had the trade line, the credit card. That so a credit card, a credit card that you have has trade lines on it, or it has slots. There we go. I'm trying to explain this shit so that way y'all understand what the hell a trade line is, and everybody is, caught up. So basically, a trade line is when you get your credit card, right? Your credit card come with slots on them to where you're able to give those slots to people in your family or friends, so that way they're able to use that credit card. Okay? Now, what individuals do when they buy trade lines from myself or other trade line brokers, they come to us, they say, hey, I either need whatever trade line you have, because if it's people that's just looking to get a credit score, they don't care about the trade line. You feel me? It's just like, hey, do you have a trade line that's going to post right now? Or, hey, do you have a trade line that's closing soon? They'll use certain words like that, right? So once they use those words and they get back to you and hey, this person's just looking for a trade line, you go ahead and you would supply them that trade line. Now, once you supply that trade line would normally last either for 30 days from the day that it was posted, or 60 days depending on the type of trade line that you get. Once you get the trade line, that trade line is what's going to help boost your credit. So when I was telling you guys that I help people get cars, apartments, houses, whatever the fuck you need, I help you get it either in your name or your CP name. That's what I does. You feel me? Now, keep in mind, so with the car packages though, being to the fact that I am an auto broker, so I have to run all your information through a database to tell you what you're going to qualify for. That package is the only package that I do not use CPNs with, being to the fact of it's going to require your social. You feel me? So if your social is bad, I can help you fix your social or your credit, and once we fix your credit, we could go ahead and then get you whatever car you want. I have so many clients where it's like, yo, I think the last car I did, if I'm not mistaken, was it was either a Yukon or a Suburban. Yeah, and that was the easiest 50K. Shorty was like, yeah, I got it, and I was like, all right, bet, shit, whatever the fuck you want, I'll find it. Just make sure you have cash, and that was that. So those transactions don't always have to be cash if you don't have cash. This is why I run your credit. So let's say you get approved with me, but you don't want me to find you a car. You could take that same approval and go anywhere else in America and get a car. But let's say you get approved with me and you want a car that's like 30,000, then at that point it's like, hey, you got to give us like 10, and then you make your payments to the bank, or you make the payments to whosoever, whichever loan company that you'll get the loan through. You feel me? All right, so essentially when you're building your credit, you want to make sure that you have a good amount of mix on there. So not just only credit cards, not just only personal loans. You want to have like a car payment, a house payment, um small loans, like those little what is it, those like self-payment loans, depending on it. And again, this is if you're new and you're building it. This helps you like build it up fast. If not, add the trade lines. After you add the trade lines on there, you go ahead and you apply for credit in your name, so that way you're able to get off of the trade line that you're on. And that also makes you look more credible. So if you know that you're on somebody's American Express card, right? You're gonna go ahead and then you're gonna apply for American Express. Let's say you're on a $20,000 card. Is it a guarantee that you're gonna get a $20,000 card? No, you're new to credit. So you could either just apply to American Express due to the fact that you have an American Express card on your profile, but just know, hey, whatever money you get, you're new to credit. So you still should be happy as fuck that you got into American Express. You feel me? After you get into American Express, you can add more trade lines, and then from there keep building your credit. That's where I come in. You tell me what you want to do, and I tell you what the fuck to do. That's literally been my life, my whole entire life. You feel me? So, um, when it comes to personal credit, it's simple as hell to ruin it, and it's simple as hell to build it. I would always just tell you, make sure that whatever you're spending, have money to replace it. Me personally, I didn't swipe my credit card if I knew that I couldn't pay at least half of the money back. And I wasn't doing no small purchases. I'm talking about like I'm buying fucking. At one point, I had a gun obsession, so I was buying a gun every 3 days. And it's like, wait, what? So yeah, shit like that I put on a credit card, because I'm like, all right, I could get that $800, in 2 3 days. Like it's not gonna get to the next 30-day billing cycle. So stuff like that, I would consider small purchases. Those I'd pay off in no time. Instead of having it report on my billing cycle, because then when it reports and your usage gets too low, that drops your credit score, all types of shit. Also, if you're a person that your utilization rate is low, right? That also ruins your credit score. So if you check my page, I just posted, check my TikTok, I just posted and YouTube also. I just posted all the trade lines that I currently have for personal credit. Again, if you're an individual that is looking for longevity, don't go for a trade line that is $20,000 and was just open in like 2020. You feel me? Look on the paper for like 2010, 2015 and go by your age. You know, at my 30 something year old ass, I would be buying trade lines that are like 20, what is that? From like, what year did we put? Some of us started working early. My black ass definitely did not. So I'll probably start buying trade lines from like 2010 when I really started quote unquote making money and up. But don't look at the amount of money that's on the trade line. Look at the years of the trade line depending on what you're looking to do with the trade line, because again, quality over quantity. People love longevity. Banks love longevity. Banks love when they can see like, oh shit, so you've been with this place for this amount of time. So remember, when you're being added to trade lines, you're showing like you're a credible ass individual. You feel me? This is why a lot of places also don't like whenever your credit report is only filled with trade lines, because none of this is actually showing that you were the person that made those payments. You're just piggybacking off of somebody else's account. So just keep that in mind with business credit. But whatever issues you have with your, I'm sorry, with keep that in mind with your personal credit. Whatever issues you have with your personal credit, connect with me. I'll be more than happy to go over that information with you, as to how we're able to facilitate any kind of your needs with getting your credit fixed. Now, when it comes to your business credit, I fucking love. Like I said, I'm before I got hurt, I had a cleaning business, vending machine business, and the consulting business, which is what I'm doing now. So with the consulting, I made websites, I made apps, whatever the fuck you wanted to do, I pretty much made it happen for you type shit. So that's now I'm learning how to sell myself in real time, because again, before was I created a website, I go to Google, I pay for Google ads, money's rolling in, and Google ads aren't fucking cheap. When I tell you my heart used to hurt paying them fucking $300-400 every 2 to 3 days. I was paying out fucking Google ads like a motherfucker, and then I was like, I should probably open a daycare. Like that's how my brain be running when I see how ads and shit be working, and I'm like, yeah, and a daycare is probably in the future. So yeah, that's pretty much how that works. But whatever you want to get into, tap in with me, and that also covers the CPN packages. Again, I did a whole spiel on CPN. I'm going to probably come back later tonight and we'll have a conversation when it comes to CPNs. I don't like when people are uneducated. Like, you know, just put it like this. If anything that the government gets into, if it's going to benefit the masses, it's never going to be something that's ever going to be uh paraded on a grand scale. Not to mention how people on fucking social media is telling you to run off on the plug and don't pay for this. They're fucking it up. You feel me? Like I said, I have helped a ton of women. I've helped a ton of men get from point A to point B. Why? Because they were in relationships that they thought was gonna last forever and a day. Next thing you know, they're getting fucked over. They're with kids. I fucking hated when they fucking had kids, bro. I'm like, what the fuck you mean this man or this woman left you with the kid? It, wait, pause. Like, yeah, so I had so many sleepless nights back then. It was fucking crazy as shit, because it was like, damn, I high key can't help you. Like, yeah, story for another day. But these are where CPs would come in handy, because these people needed somewhere to live. They didn't have the credit. They didn't have the fucking, because again, also based on your credit, I've seen people brag, oh, I have a 700 credit score, and then go somewhere and they have a $5,000 deposit on an apartment. So this is where the CP would come in, offset that depending on how it's made, and stuff like that is where your CP would come in. So it's again, it's not for everybody, but it's for people who need it, and for the people that abuse it, there's nothing that I can really say about that except not everybody is going to ever use anything for the right purposes. So just keep that in mind. But it's crazy as hell that I even brought up the CP. I'm keeping everything the same. So CP, trade lines, everything is going to be $1,200 out the door unless you want a specific CP package that's going to be some upgraded crazy package. Then at that point we'll have, a big boy conversation. But um it's more so at a $1,200 package. I know, hey, that could get you into whatever you need for an apartment or for a car. You're completely covered. Like I said, I have um I've been doing this shit now for what, 3, 4, 5 years. So yeah, we're locked in. We're in here, and it's now you're paying for the knowledge and for the convenience to know, like, hey, you're safe, you're protected. You don't have to worry about if this was done correctly or if that's not done correctly. Like, you have access to the individual that's also making your profile, because there's a lot of individuals that I've seen their lives and I'm like, damn, you out here selling CPs and I'm the one that's making your CP for you. Good shit. Like, I like that. So, and again, I can't speak on their customer service, but it's like, I hope they have the same level of customer service that I would have. But that's literally what you're paying for, bro. Like, what, 6 years in business, helping clients get approved from houses, cars, apartments, whatever you need. We pretty much get you approved with that. And of course, if you have any questions about the CP packages and how it works, just DM me. We could go over all of that. But all CPs, all trade lines, $1,200 out the door, and all that turnaround information will be listed. I do have the trade line list posted on my TikTok, so it has Wells Fargo, Capital One, Barclays, TD Bank, Citibank, and it has the trade line amount and it has a year that it's open. And I want to say that I also have the statement dates that are on there. Keep in mind, all these trade lines are going to be 60 days. So if you ever purchased trade lines before or from myself, it was usually 30 days. Now it's 60 whole days that you get the trade lines for. So definitely tap in and make it do what it do, because that is great. Also, remember, my rule of thumb, whatever it is that you're going to do, please try to get it done within the time frame of the trade lines being on your account, so that way you are able to actually use the trade line. Because if the trade line falls off, you have to repurchase another trade line. So whatever it is that you're doing, please be sure, make sure that you're able to do it within the 60 days. All right, anything after 60 days, it's going to fall off, and yes, you do have to rebuy the trade line. So with that being stated, let's jump into the business trade lines. So the business trade lines are going to be completely different. Me personally, I love the business trade lines. Business trade lines are phenomenal. If you are a business owner, tap in with the business trade lines. Now, when it comes down to it, I normally let individuals know I will never be the person to tell you, like, if you have a brand new business, off rip, start off the business trade line, because it might just be too much out of your price range. Hold on, let me pull up the pricing. Business. Please come up. So for the business account, these are primary business trade lines. What are primary business trade lines? So you remember how I was explaining to y'all with your personal credit. Let's say I have the credit card and I add your name to the credit card. You're authorized user because it's my credit card. I am the primary owner, so I'll be the primary user. With the business trade line now, you are getting a primary business trade line. So this trade line is going to be in your business's name. Now y'all see why I'm just like, yo, business credit is always going to be like top-notch shit for you to buy whatever the fuck you want when you want. Just make sure you fix your business credit how you need it. You feel me? So with that being said, business credit is primary trade line. So that means what I would need for your business is your business name, so either your LLC or EIN number, your tax ID, and your business address. With the business trade lines, those are permanent and it's for the life of your business. So let's say you just started your business. Your business is like 6 months in, 7 months in, right? And I have a 30K pack. So the 30K starter pack, it reports to Equifax, Experian, and SBFE financial line. Now, when those report, right, it does take different times to report. So all of that is listed, especially with the small business financial exchange. It does take a little bit of time, or I believe it's Experian that takes a little bit more time to report. But once you report, it's on for the life of your business. You feel me? So immediately, or let's say 3-4 months in, you set up your business today, 3-4 months in, you hit me up, hey, I want to get a 30K line of credit for my business. Do you know what that looks like on paper? Do you know how many car dealerships you could walk in and your business is gonna say, hey, it makes 30K? And then of course whatever else paperwork that's needed, you let me know and we do what we need to do. But when you connect with me and your business has a 30K fucking primary trade line. Do you know how that makes you look? So I have a 30K trade line, 50K, 100K, 200K, 300K. Like I said, tap in with me whenever you're ready. For your personal credit, it's not going to be permanent trade lines. It's going to be authorized users. What's up, Twin? How are you? I got you on some credit cards too, bro. I literally just finished the list of them, so I'm gonna text them to you later. One of my clients. I'm looking over some credit cards for them, so crazy as hell that they just hopped into the live. But yeah, so with the business credit, it's gonna be permanent personal business trade line. So yes, your business will show has a 30K Equifax, 30K Experian, 30K SBF fee. Or if you buy the 50K package, it's going to be 50K in all three bureaus. The 200K, 100K, 300K. Again, I wouldn't go ape shit crazy buying super expensive packages if it's not needed. However, um, with you being able to say, hey, you know what? I have this amount of credit with my business, that basically helps your business be able to get approved a lot faster than if you're just starting off and your business has no credit at all, no longevity, no nothing. All right. So keep in mind, it's primary trade lines. They never close. They never fall off. They're never going to disappear. The only time the business trade lines are going to close, fall off, or disappear is if you close your business. So unless you go through and you close your own personal business, you don't got to worry about the business trade lines closing off. And again, check my TikTok, and I'm going to update YouTube today once I get off of here with all that information. So the business trade lines are always going to give you a nice blend of credit that's going to allow you to get funding against various platforms. So you see the people with the big body Benz and Jeeps and G-Wagons, get your business credit up to par. Get some kind of, yes, the gas cards are cool. Again, I was you when I first started out. I did the gas cards. I did Home Depot cards. I did everything. You feel me? I did the tier ones, the tier twos. I was bundling up. I did just about everything. Once I really got into the whole idea of entrepreneurship and just like, wait, pause. Why the fuck am I spending more than what I'm making just to try to accommodate certain things? I really had to step back and just be like, okay, what's going to be the best way for me to actually spend, do what I need to do, but still be able to keep money in my pockets? And it was like, all right, yes, you can still have all these gas cards, but um find actual packages that would make your business grow. That's when I got into the personal business primary trade lines, because it was like, wait, these don't fall off. It's never gonna go away unless I close the business. And on top of that, this is something that I know I can use to do other things, because that helps you to get into other, it helps you to get approved for other loans. It helps you to have good cosigning requisition with your company. It helps you for other funding. It helps you for apartments. Like, having business credit is like dope as shit, because you could do so much more with business credit compared to your personal credit. Me personally, again, like I said, before I got hurt, I was eating great off of my business credit, because it was like, everything you do, put that shit on credit. I go to lunch, credit. I go whatever anything I did was always a business expense, and for me it's always a business expense because it was always something that was business related, or someone would always or someone that would always be there that would always end up turning it somewhat business related. So it makes sense to just keep everything that you have business wise business while you still build your personal credit. All right, so once everything is posted, just keep in mind the trajectory time for the posting periods, because a lot of times individuals do think that they do post immediately. They do not. The SBFE, they do take up to 30 days to post. Equifax takes up to 45 to 60 days. Experian takes 60 to 75 days to post. After those posting periods, keep in mind it can post before, but that's just a clause that we put out to let you know, like, it can take longer um before it posts. I'm sorry, the time frame for when it posts. But yeah, all we need for that is literally your business or LLC information, your tax ID, the business address, and the date that the business was started. Again, I'm not money hungry, so I'm not going to tell you that if you just started your business 3 months ago to add a business trade line, unless you know your business is bringing in that type of money. And the trade lines would essentially help boost you to get into what you need to get into. But if you don't have your business information, go to your state secretary page and you could download your business listing PDF information, send me that over. And from there, um, you need to prove that everything with your business is actually active and is correct. So if you needed to do any kind of updates, do the updates to your business beforehand. Trust me, it's a shit show trying to go through and fix anything after the fact. I had a discrepancy with that before I got hurt, and I remember it took me a while to get that fixed. So um definitely please just keep that in mind. But overall, if you could build out your business credit and your personal credit and maximize both to where you're able to have growth and longevity with both, just remember, whatever you spend, pay it back. Like, don't be out here running off on no plugs or none of that crazy shit that people are telling you guys. Pay the shit back. And again, what's the cost for the package? So the starter packages is gonna be what, 3,700 with the 30K pack. So yeah, like I said, my prices are reasonable as hell. Why? Because I was once in y'all's shoe, and you know I know my 3,700 is like, damn, that's $6,000. But everything is an investment, and it's also based on your perspective and how you look at it, because that 3,700 to me is like, oh, that's nothing. Bet that 37 is gonna go make me, fucking what, 30K. That 30K, I'm now gonna go triple that or quadruple that and do other stuff with it. So it's all just about your mindset and how you look at situations. But my starter pack does start at 37K for the 30K on Equifax, Experian, and SBFE financial line. For your business credit, they stay on there permanently, and again, they don't fall off. So we are definitely going to jump into um all of that later tonight. I want to say I'm going to probably come back and then have a convo with y'all about like CPs and everything else, because I've had I've had so many different messages in reference to um CPs, the good and the bad about it, and just having to like continually, try to explain, like, bro, this is information that is readily available, but of course, everyone likes to be spoon fed at some point in life, because I also like to be spoon fed. So we'll be having the conversations on credit profile number. I'm going to be going over the good, the bad, and the truth of it. It's probably going to be later on tonight, because I'm pretty sure I probably had this conversation before, so we're gonna rehab it again. But that is something that I know it's gonna help a lot of people, because it a credit profile number has gotten so much of a bad rep based on what is being stated on and off social media and everything else. And it's like, honestly, if, hey, I know individuals where it's like they have their social that's perfect, their credit profile number is perfect, their business is perfect, all three is perfect, and it's like they never have to touch anything again in life if they don't feel like it, because they make sure they sustain all three credit profiles. Like, everything in life is a game, bro. Like, you decide how you're going to play, you decide how you're going to win, and you're going to decide what is going to be doable for you. That's one thing that I could tell you. Like, after death, me literally stepping in and doing this shit that I'm doing right now, anybody that knows me know, like, yo, this would have never been me. You feel me? So this is definitely something like that's like completely different, and I appreciate this experience um for that overall. So, oh, by the way, let me know what you guys think about the flyers and everything else. Check it out. Check it out. I know you guys can't see it on there. This is for the people on uh TikTok and Twitch. I know they can see it up there. YouTube, I'm still working on trying to get all my shit like actually going over to YouTube. So maybe YouTube could see it. Who the fuck knows? If not, I'm gonna upload the video later. But yeah, man. Honestly, when it comes to your credit, literally just don't overthink it. Just put in the aspect of, if you don't have the money to buy it, don't buy it. Honestly, like, and again, this is me speaking for myself. If I didn't have the money to do it, I'm not gonna go put it on credit, because in my head, that's more responsibilities that I now have to go try to figure out. And plus, shit happens. So if you could just figure out how to have self control when it comes to spending, spend when necessary, spend when needed, all that good shit that works for you, you'll be fine. Um, and just remember, like, don't don't feel what is it? Don't feel don't feel uninclined to reach out to like your creditors and shit like that. That's another thing that I've been hearing a lot of individuals that's reaching out to me. They're saying like, oh, well, I don't want to reach out to the credit card company because they're going to want to get a payment. If you don't have the money for the payment, you don't have the money for the payment. However, set the expectations of, hey, so when I get the money, this is what I plan on doing. That's all you have to do, is like, let the people know what's going on. I mean, they're gonna tell you what they want to tell you, but overall, like, the if you don't have the funds, you can't pay it. You feel me? So set the expectations with them. If you're not getting what you need from one person, end the call, give them another call back, find somebody that will set it up for what you want. However, I would highly, highly suggest that once you make the commitment to whichever institution, keep up with that shit, and take care of whatever it is that you stated that you need to take care of. But you want to be able to just know that when you're building your personal credit and your business credit, America loves debt. America loves debt. Just remember that. America loves debt. It doesn't matter how bad or how shitty you think your credit is. If you could build your personal credit and if you could build your business credit, you're able to leverage it. You could own whatever the fuck you want in America. If you know that you're having issues with having uh your credit class where it needs to be, tap in with me. We definitely will take care of you with the different personal business trade lines. Because if you're adding a 50K trade line to your business credit, I'm pretty sure you can walk into any dealership and get whatever the fuck you want. Whatever paperwork you also need to back up whatever you need, come see me. We'll make some shit happen. Like I said, I've been doing this shit for 6+ years. Like, we're in here like swimwear. You feel me? Um, government contracting. Oh man. Okay, so government contracting, we'll speak about that on Friday. Yo, whenever you can, hit me up. Um, I got a link with you. Yo, by the way, I think I just low key got recruited back into wholesaling yesterday, and I was like, I think I just got high key like recruited back into wholesaling. So I'm definitely probably gonna be tapping in with that. Shit, there's something I'm looking for. Da 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 da. Somebody asked me, what is on the CP package? So the CP packages itself is the same thing as before. I'm actually gonna probably also run some kind of like special or something with that if you buy trade lines with that. But with the CP package, it's tri-merged, basically meaning like when you search for it, you can find it anywhere. And from there, you'll have trade lines up anywhere from 3 years to 5 years, and your credit line could be anywhere from 10K to 30K. Um, yeah, and it takes me anywhere from 10 to maybe 12 days to complete. So once that's completed, that'll be delivered to you, and then of course the credit score would be anywhere from, like a six. I normally say like 650, because I don't know what the credit score essentially will be, even though we add the trade line and everything else on there. So I just let you know, hey, you're gonna have a high 650, 600s and up. Like you'll have what you need to get qualified essentially. But with the packages itself, it does take me about 2 weeks, because I want to make sure that the tray line gets added on. Before, I used to just give you your CP and I'll be like, hey, don't do anything until individuals didn't listen. So now it's unless you're buying a blank, or you're buying one that you know what you need it for type situations, then those are the ones where I'll just let it go. But the other CPs, it does take me 10 days to complete, because I do wait for the trade line to connect. After the trade line connects, then that's when I send it out to you. But you'll have access to all of that, and of course whatever else you need, it's a la carte, it's added on there. But yeah, you literally have nothing else to worry about when it comes to like connecting with us, because we take care of everything for you. I'm actually considering if I'm gonna go back into doing the apartment approval process. Before, I used to like actually go out, go visit the location for the individual, see the property, see the, it was dope as fuck. But now I'm like, bitch, you got brain damage, nerve damage, all types of shit. Like, sit your ass down, you know, go, just chill. So I'm really trying to figure out like if I really want to get back into doing the apartment portion of that. So I keep saying that, so I'm gonna ponder on that really, really bad, really bad, really hard. But yeah, man, once you guys figure out how it is that everything is gonna work for you when you're going through your process of just rebuilding and leveraging your credit, that's from there. That's when everything else is gonna fall into place. Trust me. The better you feel about yourself is the better your business and you are gonna feel about you in the long run. Um, and you're not gonna want to miss a beat. Like, the more you show up for yourself, the more you're going to be able to show up for your business, and everything else is going to fall into place. Like, think about it as you just basically taking action to build a life that you know that you deserve, and the life that you know that for a fact you're going to get, whatever it is that's taking place with your personal credit, there's nothing that can't be fixed. Trust me. I've seen the worst credits get fixed, my credit included. Like, again, like I said, me going through a whole death experience, my credit right now is shit. I got so much fucking medical bills, this, that, and I'm like, fuck around and die. I think I'm 150K in the hole with just like, and that was for my first, I think, 7 days of being in the hospital. That doesn't include the other, 3 weeks. So yeah, life is life. And when I tell you I'm not worried about it, I'm not worried about it, because I'm like, this is America. We already know what time it is. Apply yourself and do what you need to do to get from point A to point B. I can't be any more transparent than what the fuck I am on any day of the week, because it's like, bro, when I tell you, I literally had to just look at my life and be like, bitch, you've always been this person. Like, you have nothing to lose. You chill because you know what you bring to the table. You chill because you know how your work speaks for itself. You feel me? Like, you're ready to change your life, do something different. I'm the individual that is here to tell you that, hey, I got sick and tired of where the fuck I was at, and just looking at the fact of, I'm not used to my bank account not saying fucking, at least seven thousand on a bad day. The fuck you mean I'm looking at $0, 0, and the only time I get money is if anybody say, hey, let me send you some money. And I'm sitting here like, bitch, I got skills. You're educated. You make sure you go out your way. You're insurance adjuster, you're credit repair specialist, you're physical trainer. Like, bitch, you have all these accolades. Why are you not willing to show up? And then I had to say, fuck, I had a wound when it comes to being seen, because the people that I wanted to be seen by in my household never saw me as anything of importance. But when I go out in the streets, though, everybody loved me. Everybody, oh my god, you're so smart, you're so, and I'm like, yes, guys, I know. However, I had this death experience, and even now, I'm like, god damn it, y'all Negroes is consistent as shit. Because literally, the day when I wanted to, unalive myself, and I'm like, bro, y'all never fucking gave me credit for anything, and it was just like, if we had to sit there and wait for people to validate us, you guys would have never ate. You guys would have never this. You guys would have never that. And I literally sat here the past couple of weeks and I said, fuck, if I got to wait for somebody to validate me, or for my speech to fix or whatever, I'm never going to fucking leave my situation that I'm in. Like, I want to get back to traveling. I want to get back to fucking spending money. You feel me? Like, I want to get back to just doing things that I found fun. Like, yeah. So, look, man, tap in with yourself. And like I said, I'm a different type of coach. My coaching shit is, and when I thought about it, I'm hands on as fuck. Because if you tell me, yo, you want to go fucking whatever you want to do, just know I'm right there with you. As long as I know the rules and the regulations, and I know, like, oh good, we got bail money, bet, and we got guaranteed bail money, I got you. I'm just joking. But yeah, no, just know that I will be your biggest supporter in every way, shape, or form. And I know what it's like to be the biggest supporter for people, especially because it's like, I've never had that. So it's like, whenever I did have that, it would be from individuals where we were both lacking actual support that we needed. So it's like, holy fuck. All right, when you get that safe space, or when you get, that person that's gonna make you feel a certain type of way, you want to hold on to that. So yeah, man, that's what you'll get pretty much when you're working with me. And all my clients past and previous, I believe I said that right. um they could let you know, you tap in with me, we tapped in till Jesus comes and dies. And I'll be at your disposal type ish, because I want to make sure that, I'm there for my peoples. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna take a break. I'm gonna tap back in with y'all. Like, at this point, we are resetting our lives, we are rebuilding our lives, we are reinvesting in ourselves. I am your fucking dummy sample of the day, whatever you want to take it. Like I said, before I got hurt, before I went through this death experience, all this shit, it's just like, I was the optimist. I was the negative slash optimistic slash like everything in one. And now it's to like try to rebuild everything else, and just to literally be doing it in real time. I'm showing y'all, you got to show up, you got to be present, you got to, step outside the box, you got to do things that are uncomfortable. That if your chest if your chest is jumping out of your if your heart is jumping out of your chest, or whatever it is, just know you're in the right place. You just have to see it through, literally. Because you're only terrified, or you're only scared because you've never done it. But once you've done it, it becomes second nature. It becomes, you know the next best thing. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's gonna be your life, it's gonna be your way, and it's gonna be your truth, and it's gonna be how you choose to write it. I'm sitting here and I'm like, bitch, I'm writing this complete manuscript this time around, and I'm doing everything that I didn't do before, plus more. And that starts with just showing up, letting people know, like, yo, I'm present, I'm available. You're looking to build your credit, I got you. You're looking to get CPs, I got you. You're looking to be educated, I got you. You know, you're looking to put your business in a standpoint to where it is on the front stream. And of course, for you to make money, you know, hey, you got to spend money to make money, I got you. So yeah, definitely tap in with me at any point in time, whenever you're ready to get connected. And I am going to work on some kind of trade line deals where if you buy two or more trade lines, you do get some kind of discount on the CP package. But all packages, all trade lines are 1,200 out the gate, so it doesn't matter what you want, it's going to be $1,200. On the only thing that is not 1,200, it is the primary business trade lines. Those are going to be priced differently because, again, those are primary business trade lines. They are in the name of your business. They are for the longevity of your business. If you have any questions, DM me, message me. We could tap in and we could speak about that. But yeah, man, literally just remember that when it comes to your financial reputation, that's how you're going to open a lot of doors that are currently closed for you. All right, especially in America. Yes, they love debt, but they love whenever you can show like you have some kind of consistency when it comes to making your payments on time and everything else like that. So it's yeah, it's great to have money, but trust me, with how things are propelling right now, you know, credit's gonna be the way for quite some time, especially here. So yeah, we'll tap in a little bit later. But I definitely love you guys. I'm still probably gonna be live on, what is this, Twitch, favored, and actually no, let me take a break. Yeah, how long have we been live? Bomb, 51 minutes. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a break and then I'm gonna tap back in with y'all, and we'll be live on Twitch, favored, and TikTok, and everyone on YouTube. I love y'all. I'm gonna tap in with y'all later, and I'm definitely still gonna set up the community and everything else. If you guys are on Discord, I'm going to update Discord and everything else. All that shit I gotta get to and finish dumping these videos and everything. So I love you guys. We're gonna tap back in later with the rest of the conversation. And we're gonna cover CPs and we'll cover just some more credit tips and just going over like why credit matters. All right. So I love you guys. Thanks for coming to my Jack Talk for today, our midday follow up. And I'm gonna see y'all in a few. All right. Later. Let's stop with, what is this, YouTube? Yeah, we gotta stop with YouTube on the other channels, y'all. Being to the fact that if we can't play music with